Well, good evening, folks. A warm welcome to Northern Germany tonight for game day 12 of the Basketball Champions League. And the question we're asking is whether the champions are in town. AS Monaco have been remarkable so far with 11 wins from 11, and already plenty of talk about them lifting the trophy come the end of the season. Can they keep their run, their fabulous run going here at Oldenburg? That is the question tonight, which they'll be hoping to answer in the affirmative. The hosts, though, are no mugs at home. They've got an excellent record in front of their own supporters. They're just one defeat so far on their home court here at the EWE Arena. 3 results already in Group A for EWE wins at home for Pinar Karşıyaka, Dinamo Sassari and NSA Krasnoyarsk. Defeats for UKAM Murcia, Juventus Utenia and Unet Hapoel Holon. Anticipation building then ahead of this crunch clash. Monaco have just 3 games remaining. 2 of them are on the road to complete what would be an unbelievable unbeaten run if they could see it out of the group phase. Victory for Oldenburg tonight important. It would carry them away from the bottom 4, cement their position as a top 4 team, and they would go up to 2nd place. Victory sends them through for absolute certain. It looks likely to happen anyway. Monaco, meanwhile, they long have racked up not just a place in the last 16, but top spot as well. They are going through as the group winners, but as Elmedin Kikanovic has been keen to point out, that will mean nothing when it comes to the knockout phase. Here's their roster. They are still without Amari C. The captain is struggling on the treatment table at the moment, but there's no shortage of talent there available. No Aaron Kraft either. DJ Cooper will step into the big shoes tonight in the point guard position. I've already saying DJ Cooper has been averaging almost 7 assists per game in this year's Basketball Champions League. Well, in terms of contesting the back court, it's going to fall to Mickey McConnell, the 28-year-old, for EWE Baskets tonight to go up against Cooper. And, well, for inspiration, look no further than number 23, Ricky Paulding, who is the club captain. He is averaging almost 18 points per game. He scored 16 against Monaco when they met back on game day 5. Speaking of that matchup at Stade Louis II back in November, well, Monaco were comfortable winners that night. They won each of the first 3 quarters, ran out victors by no fewer than 15 points in the end. Comfortable win it was for Les Rouges et Blancs. The Rocker team will look to do the double over the German outfit tonight. EWE Baskets Oldenburg, as the visitors are introduced first up. And even without 1 or 2 household names, this is, well, a team that's capable of beating anybody on their day. Elmedin Kikanovic there, the big man. He is such a threat. He is averaging 15.7 points per game, leading on the scoring this season in the Basketball Champions League. And Monaco, well, they'll have plenty of motivation to get back to winning ways tonight. And I do say back to winning ways because they lost for the first time in 14 occasions at the weekend against Nanterre in the French League. You know, that would have hurt them. But speaking of painful defeats, well, Oldenburg will be keen to put last week behind them. They lost by 20 points to the Spanish team UKAM Murcia. And, well, just with 1 win now to confirm, absolutely confirm, top a last 16 place. They got to the last 16 in the inaugural Basketball Champions League season last year with victory over Avtodor Saratov. But they lost to eventual runners-up Banvit in that phase. It could be important where they finish in the group. You're likely to get a more favourable draw if you finish 2nd rather than 4th. McConnell bringing up the rear. And well, he's averaging more than 50% from three-point range today, as is Philip Schwetter, 57%. They've got some excellent three-point shooters, and it'll be interesting to see if that's the tactic they go for tonight. Cracking atmosphere, as one would expect here at the EWE Arena here in northern Germany. Lower Saxony is the state in which we find ourselves. The red belongs to Monaco, and the blue and yellow, of course, of Oldenburg, as they look to return to winning ways. They played a lot of away fixtures in the Basketball Champions League. In fact, only one of their last 5 has come on home soil. They've got a good record here. They lost to NSA Krasnoyarsk on great game day 1, but since then have recorded wins, wins, and more wins. Pinar Karsiaka, UCAM Murcia, Juventus of Tenya, and last time out Dinamo Sassari, all put aside here on their home court. Monaco, well, they thrashed, and they have been thrashing a lot of teams. They thrashed Dinamo Sassari last time out. Incredible 87-55 win. They put 90 on the board several times already this year. They are high scorers, they are high octane, and they are going to take some beating tonight from EWE Baskets Oldenburg. From Monaco's perspective, they'll say, well, they won't say, but it's true that they could afford a slip up tonight, but they won't want to, especially after being defeated in the league on Saturday. They'll be keen to recapture the winning mentality. It won't be easy though without Aaron Kraft or Amari C, but they seem to cope well without their club captain last time out. Here are our officials tonight: Alexander Glisic, Thomas Jasovicius, and Martin Horosov from Serbia, Lithuania, and Bulgaria. Well, they finished second in last year's Bundesliga EWE, whilst Monaco are currently sitting pretty top of the table in France with 13 wins and 4 defeats. Here's their starting 5 tonight. As I mentioned, no Aaron Kraft, so DJ Cooper and Luke Lubaki are the backcourt. Christopher Evans, Badari Ali Traore, and Gerald Robinson make up the remainder of that starting 5. Robinson, who scored 17 points against Oldenburg when they met in the Principality 2.5 months ago. Worst big performances that night, including from Amari C, 19 points and 7 boards. We'll have to find somebody else to supplement on the rebounds tonight. Well, the starring role on the 8th of November when these two last met was that of Ricky Paulding for EWE Baskets. He's in the starting 5 alongside Franz Massenat, Mickey McConnell, Philip Schwethelm, and Rashid Mahal Basic, the big man who starts at centre. It was a big performance from Mahal Basic as well when the two met. He chalked up 18 points and 10 rebounds, led on efficiency, double-double to remember, but unfortunately for him and for Oldenburg, it was ultimately in defeat. There's their coach, Mladen Drijencic. A few last words of inspiration to his men before the players take to the court. What a remarkable rebuilding work Zvezdan Mitrovic has done at Monaco. Only 2 of the current roster were part of the team that finished 3rd in last year's Basketball Champions League. They've really built superbly well. Mitrovic, perhaps the key, because he was the coach last season. And when lots of things are changing around you, you need somebody to hold it all together. And that man, almost without question, has been Mitrovic. 11 wins out of 11. And he's got a good roster here at his disposal, no question about that. The centre, Kikanovic, was talking in the week about the balance of the roster and how they've got players with a very high IQ in the roster, but also a lot of athleticism as well. And it's that dynamic duo that has done the business. They've certainly had strength and depth in the backcourt. Cooper and Kraft. Not many rosters in Europe can boast that. So they will have to make do without the former Ohio State Buckeye. And I'm not resting on Cooper, I reckon, for Monaco this evening. Lubaki drafted in. It's going to be Traore and Mahal Basic to contest the opening tip, and Mahal Basic won it, and the opening possession is that of Oldenburg's. McConnell to Massenat. Mahal Basic. That's a nice pass. And can they make of this first offence? Well, that's been lost by Paulding, the captain, and Cooper's there with an early steal. Traore worked it nicely here for Gerald Robinson. Cooper. He and Evans usually have a good understanding, and well, it was Traore that was the recipient of the pass, and a tremendous finish too from the big man. EWE looking to go to work, and that's nicely finished. First score of the night from Ricky Paulding. Remember that fruitful night he had back in November against Monaco. It's a player they'll want to be very watchful of indeed. It's Cooper, the point guard, into the hands of Traore. Scored that early basket for the visitors, the Barocca team. That was Robinson into the hands of Cooper. Shot clock down to 2. He's got to use it here quickly, and it won't be time for the shot. It's a shot clock violation, and that'll please the defence for EWE Baskets. Inbound by Paulding. Strong start here. And the Germans, they'll want to put out an early statement after their disappointing loss to Ucan Murphy last time out. Mahal Basic in the lane. Fouled. Interesting battle. Two centres, the two number 24s. Traore on Mahal Basic. The referee's doing some explaining here for the decision. That was the first score of the night from Traore. And then the immediate response from Ricky Paulding. It's Mahal Basic at the line, and he makes no mistake with the first free throw of the evening. It's just 1 from 2 from the big man. Here goes Robinson. Forcing his way in now, Lubaki outside. Norford included in the starting 5, Luke Lubaki. Very young player, just 20 years of age. They do have a good balance, really, of experience and youth. Amari C, who is missing tonight, is their captain and their oldest player, along with Georgie Joseph, both in their mid-30s, but they've got a couple of youngsters who are coming through. Lubaki, one of them. This is Cooper's shot. He's missed the 3 attempt. And Mahal Basic there sweeps up with the rebound. And that's something where EWE Baskets will have to compete here, is on the boards tonight. Mahal Basic's the key, and here he is in the paint, throwing up a right-hand hook, misses, and Traore's there to collect. And quickly down the other end of the court, and Evans with a jam. Nice transition basketball from Monaco. This is what DJ Cooper is all about. This is why he's averaging 7 assists per game. He's had a couple of double-digit days as well on the assists. I was looking down the different rosters, and my goodness, there's a lot of disparity. You include Aaron Craft, of course, but Monaco gets so many more assists than their opponents usually. It's been turned over here. Mistake by Paulding. Just showed too much of the ball there to Christopher Evans. And that's well worked, and Traore with the finish, and that's so neat, so tidy, so good from Monaco. They just get a lot of easy points, Monaco. They make everything look so remarkably easy. A couple of steals in the early period of the first quarter, spun out to Massenat, who was ready and waiting, but the foul called. And already Monaco showing, once again, no signs of complacency. I think a lot of people are expecting them to get complacent at some point, given the fact they're through. They're already guaranteed top spot in the group as well, but there's just been no let up at all. The intensity of this team is so impressive. And I think Mitrovic has got to be handed a lot of credit for the way that he set this team up week in, week out with awesome motivation levels. Which is Evans working his way. Shot clock down to 2, releases and drops it in. And already Monaco with a 5-point advantage just after 3 minutes play. Mickey McConnell into Massenat. battle of the number 24s is going to be one to watch tonight. Traoré called for another foul on Mahal Basic, and already he's going to have to watch his step carefully. 2 early fouls for Traoré. I'm sure it's not going to be long until we see the emergence of Elmedin Kikanovic. Well worked, Mahal Basic here in the lane. Oh, what a block that is from Traoré. He's all action, isn't he? Ali Traoré. This for 3 from the corner, in and out, and good hustle from Lebaki under the basket to collect the rebound. The shot wasn't good though, and now quickly to the front court. Svetel. McConnell up against Traoré. Something of a mismatch there. Mahal Basic with the obvious pass to play. It doesn't go to him, it's out to Massenat for 3. He misses, but it's well recycled. Oh, well played from Oldenburg. Will it bring results? It will. Drained from the perimeter. Massenat with the first 3 of the night for EWE baskets. Robinson to Christopher Evans, so often found by DJ Cooper last week against Donamo Sassari in mid-air. The alley-oop pass was an effective tactic. There it is, brilliant block that was from Traoré, squashed the bug. Mahal Basic up against Kikanovic now, with Traoré withdrawn from the firing line after those early fouls. And Kikanovic doesn't take long to get his first foul. They've worked it nicely, too easy. Simple pass, simple finish. And it's all square again. Kikanovic, Evans, Cooper. Nicely past Kikanovic, mid-range 2. Usually scores those, not this time. McConnell. Oh, well, fouled while shooting. Will go to the line for 2 free throws. A chance to give Oldenburg the lead for the first time tonight. So Mickey McConnell looking to add to his 3-point success moments ago. Fantastic crowd in tonight. It's almost full to the rafters. These continental games really catching the eye. The Basketball Champions League is in town again, and it's the league leaders, last season's bronze medalists, find themselves in Germany. Kikanovic out to Cooper. He's going to play a lot tonight, DJ Cooper, in the absence of Kraft. Nicely played pass and finished. Knocked down from mid-range by Georgi Joseph, the 35-year-old. He's a key cog. One of their main influences off the bench. Massenat. Now Moore puts up a high one, skied. Where's that going to fall? It's turned over. I'm not sure that the coach agrees. Mladen Drijencic feels that should have been a foul. Amari Moore there releasing. First time tonight that Mahal Basic has been withdrawn. Isaiah Fillmore comes on in his place. Cooper. as we would expect, a high, intense game plan from Monaco. Kikanovic fouled by Fillmore, has just come in. Joseph. Kikanovic takes it nicely and finishes as he usually does. That's bread and butter stuff for the Bosnian. And already looks like he could have a fruitful night. Just got away from Fillmore for a moment. He's got to defend better to stop Kikanovic. He's going to fill his boots tonight, as he has done throughout the group phase. It's remarkable, really, how Monaco managed to do it, reset their roster. So many changes from the off-season. I think a lot of people thought they would miss the likes of DeBost. And is that right? But the backcourt replacements, Cooper and Kraft, have been outstanding. That's well taken. Nice hustle from Armani Moore. Signed from Stelmet Zielonogora. During this season's Basketball Champions League, switched allegiances. He's looked good so far, and Matsenat finishes that one off the glass, and the scores are once again levelled up here in the first quarter. Here goes Lacan. Gets in the lane, puts it up and in off the glass. Hushly silence as Monaco restamp their authority on the game. The foul called, so a chance to add the extra for a three-point play here for Paul Lacan. Sergi Gladier has also come on. There's more reinforcements coming now with Karsten Tada, experienced shooting guard, coming into the action. Lacan misses with the free throw, and well taken that by Armani Moore. He's such an athlete, Moore. McConnell, serious hang time. Been watched carefully by Robinson. And here he goes, McConnell gets in the lane with a bounce pass and finished off by Bachak. Stunningly simple from the men in yellow. Lacan. Kikanovic. There's a problem here for Monaco. Sergi Gladier, who's gone down in a right old heap there. Kikanovic's shot. He's back off the iron. Watch Gladier there. Yeah, clash of heads with Phil Moore. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but if there's any issue of concussion, then it's not a good idea to take a chance. You might want to check him out behind the scenes. It's a nasty collision, that. Phil Moore turning, obviously did nothing wrong, completely innocent, but I suspect there's probably a little bit of blood there. No, I think he's actually okay for blood. But that's bound to cause a bit of concern. And nice to see the home supporters applauding Gladier back to his feet. The Ukrainian has been a key part of Zvezdan Mitrovic's men. McConnell at the foul line makes the first free throw, and that is Oldenburg into the lead. And his own personal tally is up to 6 points now. Robinson. Both teams have been high scorers this season, averaging in the high 80s. Around 87 for EWE baskets, as that's finished off by Gerald Robinson. And around 86, 87 for Monaco. A lot of similar stats the more you tear into them. This is a chance for three. Just left short. Robinson fouled by McConnell. I'll take EWE baskets up to their limit now. 4 fouls for the quarter. Early glance down the statistics suggests it's a good start for Oldenburg on the boards. They're leading by 8-5. Just want to watch the turnover count, which is up at 3 to Monaco's 1. 1 minute 33 left. Haven't had a single timeout yet in the first quarter, which suggests both coaches are pretty pleased with the way the teams are executing out on court. Kikanovic. Robinson uses the screen. Now Evans comes in the lane and puts it up off the glass in it. Nice finish that from Christopher Evans. They've got so many scorers, Monaco, wherever you look. Evans, Robinson, Kikanovic tend to end up with the highest numbers, but you can add to that Lacombe and even Georgie Joseph as well. But Monaco now starting to get a grip. Mistake from EWE baskets, and they're punished as they usually are. And again, another steal. This time it's with Evans, and with a reverse jam, he puts it down and extends Monaco's lead to 6. And that's going to bring the first time out of the night, called by the German outfit. 16 to their names, 22 to Monaco's. And after staying with their opponents for much of the first quarter, Monaco just threatening to run away. The turnovers are the problem.
Yes, second every time, pass, long pass. Go, get the hey, it's okay, Allo. It's okay, Allo. Go. Let's go now, be ready for the 2 feet. Listen. Play, man, my whole feet. Switch it, okay? Let's go foul, go pick and roll. You play 5, you play 4. Next offense.
Well, that was the bad pass, not once but twice. The first one finished off. This was the second one. Lursing with a loose pass, and you could see himself. He was so distraught with that bad pass. And he was telling himself it's not okay, but the coach was actually providing 1 or 2 reassuring words there. Mladen Trijancic was reassuring him. You know, he just come into the game, Lursing, and that was a loose pass. Can't blame himself too much for it. It's a 6-point game. Monaco with their biggest lead of the game so far. A couple of quick turnovers have tipped it in their favour. But here's Tada, Lursing. And again, Tada driving in. Gets the shot off, but he can't score. And what's happened there? What came off Kwasten Tada last. Lacombe inbounds for Monaco, and they could extend that lead out the end of this first quarter. Robinson to Lacombe. Joseph, pick and roll. And nicely worked again, and Lacombe spins, and Joseph with a finger roll puts it up and in, and Oldenburg have got 10 seconds now to try and reduce the lead. Now just 5. Lursing, sit into the hands of Moore. There was a foul there, so EWE baskets will finish the quarter with free throws. Be very little time indeed for Monaco to make use of the possession they may or may not have. Ten points and 8 rebounds against Toucan Murthia last time out from Arnie Moore. 5 offensive boards as well, but he struggled at the free throw line there, missing with both. And the lead remains at 8 points. So Monaco, who have won every game in this year's Basketball Champions League group phase, are marching on prettily. 8 points their advantage at the end of the first quarter. It is Oldenburg 16, Monaco 24. Well, Monaco haven't managed a three-pointer yet, but look at that, 12 two-pointers in that first quarter. Remarkable. Both teams struggled with free throws, actually. Tells you about the kind of shots Monaco are getting, the exact ones they want so far. A lot of simple baskets. They've shared the points around. Christopher Evans leading on 8 points. He's intercepted a couple, and that has certainly helped his own personal tally. DJ Cooper, as we're accustomed to, has been dominating in the backcourt. 3 assists for him so far. It's been a lot of high action. It's been Evans tonight so far. Such an athlete with a high basketball IQ. He and DJ Cooper in particular seem to have a fantastic understanding. We saw that time and again against Dinamo Sassari last time out. There's been some good shooting. Not many from three-point range, though. In fact, just the one score from beyond the arc. And it came from Mickey McConnell. That was the simplest basket we've seen so far. Ricky Paulding, the beneficiary, with a pass from out of bounds. And finished off in style. As was that from Georgi Joseph. Made an impact off the bench already. And we are underway now in the second quarter. Here's Cooper on the run. Lovely pass to find Traore, but he dropped it straight into Mahal Basic's hands. Moore tees it up, and he wants it out on the perimeter. One more pass. It's Lursing, or I beg your pardon, it's Tada. Now Mahal Basic. No, he's thrown the ball into the hands of Cooper. That's exactly what you don't want to do, and his passing is superb, and that's superb in general for Monaco. Outrageously good. So fluent and fluid. And the lead now is double digits. And Oldenburg are fading badly after a solid start. That's put up a floater and well finished off there by Brad Lursing. Opens his account for the night and starts Oldenburg's second quarter comeback, perhaps. Lacan to Evans. That was Cooper. This for 3. Good. Drains it from the perimeter. Paul Lacan. And he's up to an impressive 7 points now, Lacan. Turns and pops up the shot, but misses. Mahal Basic against Traore. This has been a fascinating battle so far. Traore knows he has to be careful with the number of fouls that he's given away, and he's given away another one. And that puts him on 3 personal fouls now. And he'll have to watch very carefully indeed. And I wonder if the coach will withdraw him from the firing line and bring Elmedin Kikanovic back in. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Traore goes to the bench. Now then, up the lane goes Moore. just didn't have the finish with him. He thought that should have been a foul. Obviously, the referee didn't agree. 81% success from Monaco from field goals inside the perimeter. That's off more last, so it will be inbound for Lacombe and Monaco. This is a crucial second quarter here for EWE Baskets Oldenburg. If they lose this one badly, they could be out of the game by half-time. Lovely pass, and up the baseline comes Lacombe. Surprisingly misses with the first shot, but there's the foul. Good hustle from Lacombe and Kekanovic under the rack. Lacombe thought he was fouled, but in the end it wasn't given. Cooper for three for a 14-point lead. No, he misses. And Tada leaps impressively to the rebound. Tada now going all the way. Now steps back out. Looks to put it in the hands of Mahal Basic, who gets it eventually off Lacombe. And passes up the lane. Lursink goes back out. Moore for three. Misses. Monaco could extend the lead out beyond 11. Oh, how good is Gerald Robinson, but he can't finish this time. Tada switches. Gets it back from Paulding. This for three. He was completely on his own. Lacombe sits down. Cooper in transition. Good pass. And then put in off the glass by Robinson. And there's been way too many simple baskets like that. And Monaco's lead extends to its highest so far, 13 points. Another timeout called by EWE Baskets Oldenburg. And for whatever reason, it is not happening for them tonight. And Monaco have been winning games this season by an average of more than 20 points. So it'd hardly go down as a shock result if they're beaten handsomely here by Monaco. But I think a lot of people expected Oldenburg to put up a great fight.
You know, and we have not solved, you know, he had 10, 11 fouls, we had 5 fouls. And we guide to referees, and we must change and we go physically. Hello, hey! You see from the start, every time low post is too heavy. He's this. Change your defense. Change your defense. Change our execute.
Well, clearly wanting them to compete more physically seemed to be the heart of that little timeout from Mladen Trijancic. His team so far committed just the 6 fouls to Monaco's 9. He feels that Monaco are pulling them off the court at the moment. There's been few too many moments like that in the game so far. Freebies is what I would call them. But some of the passing from Monaco tonight has just been stunning. They do get a lot of assists, we know that already. 7 so far tonight. They average 21. 22 in fact. Lursink with another good pass. Moore. From the elbow. Well finished off this time. And a much needed score for Oldenburg. In their second score of the quarter. No finish this time for Elmedin Kekanovic. That's a good looking pass, and now in transition. That's more like it from Oldenburg. Back-to-back baskets. Brad Lursink reduces the arrears back to single digits, just 9 points in it again now. Cooper. Oh, what a pass again that is, and finished off and one. That's what Paul Lacombe is all about. And tonight he is rampant. 9 points so far and a chance to extend that out to 10 from the foul line. He has averaged 10 points a game, but he's going to get up to 10 points within 4 minutes of the second quarter if he adds the extra here. You certainly wouldn't bet against him. No, he's been a sharpshooter so far tonight, 80% from the field, and then he goes off to a sequence of high fives. A little breather. So we've got Cooper, Lubaki's back on now. Gladier, Kikanovic and Evans. Worked it round, and the up and under. It's tremendous. France Massenat, 11 against Monaco when they met in November. Up to 5 points now. Gladier to Cooper. Kikanovic comes and provides the screen. Oh, what a pass from Cooper. Bounce pass, Kikanovic on the runaway, takes off and finishes. And how simple do they make this game look, Monaco? At the moment, it's very hard to see who's going to be able to provide them with a stiff enough opposition to beat them. Monaco have just been outstanding. This is put up, but no good from Massenat this time. Cooper. And Kikanovic with a left-hand hook. He misses, and Evans this time cannot gather on the rebound. And coast to coast. Oh, that's neat. Ricky Paulding and one. See this again. Just steps Gladier off the court there. That was high-class stuff from their most significant influence on the court, Ricky Paulding. Back to a 9-point gap again between the two teams. Luke Lubaki to the Ukrainian national team member, Sergei Gladier. Joseph. Gladier popping up on the right-hand side. Kikanovic shooting from the foul line. But missing. Does get the foul. Gladier into Cooper. And again, it might look like Kikanovic now goes up the baseline to Joseph, who was waiting at the low post. No mistake from Georgi Joseph. 2 from 2. And the lead back up to double digits again. 4:30 or so left in the half. Rahul Basic, good pass, and on the runway. Oh, he hasn't managed to finish, has he? Yes, he has. Ricky Paulding with a scorching one-handed jam. Electrifying play from Oldenburg. Joseph. Oh, Gladier. Well, he just slipped and stepped out of bounds. And Oldenburg now just starting to make their move. What a pass this was. Let's check this out for a finish from Paulding. Yeah, for a moment I thought he just rattled the rim and it'd come back out, but it did go through. There's evidence from our camera on the backboard. And captain leading by example. Fillmore's back on. Here goes France Massenat to McConnell. Rahul Basic waiting on the edge. McConnell bites his time before electing to go driving in and then tipped back in by Mahal Basic. And suddenly the lead's cut down to 7 points. And Oldenburg are ahead in the second quarter. They're fighting back remarkably well. Zvezdan Mitrovic looking a little more concerned now out on the sideline in the ear of the referee. Cooper, this for 3. No, left short, and right now Monaco look a little bit rattled. Something one doesn't say very often. Well, that was an interesting choice of pass. It's going to work out all right. So, timeout called. This time Monaco are the ones to call it, with things not quite going their way. Their lead cut back just to 7 points. Towels being shared about. It's been intense work so far.
You are here. We have Mickey's here. 5 screen for them. Ricky go, you screen. Pop. You know, Ricky dribble here. He's just screen.
Well, Monaco's shooting percentages have dropped radically, still up at 64% from 2-point range. But both teams have been struggling from beyond the arc tonight. Just 1 score apiece from 3-point range. Some great passing on show so far. 10 assists for Monaco tonight, 5 of them from DJ Cooper, 6 in total for Oldenburg, 3 of them for their man Mickey McConnell. And he's averaging 5.2 per game so far this season. Knew he would need to step up, and he has been. And it's going to be McConnell to inbound here. Fillmore waiting on the edge of the lane. And now the lane emptied, and it's just a chance for Paulding to move into it, and he finishes in 1. And Oldenburg right now are amassing a huge tally of points to claw their way back into the game. They looked in huge trouble at the end of the first quarter, but we've got a real game on here, folks. And if Paulding makes this, the lead is down to just 4 points. And his own tally will be up to double digits, but he's missed it. And an impressive leap there from Robinson to grab the rebound. Puts it in the hands of Cooper, the architect in this Monaco team. And Cooper uses the screen from Gacanovic. Thought about the return pass, now out to Lacombe for 3. All net. And immediately extends the lead back up to 8. Well, Lacombe can't miss tonight. He's had a cracking evening of it. Cooper then. The possession in the backcourt. Cooper, 1-man mission up to the rack. No, passes out to the corner. This for 3. Monaco, who were struggling for 3-point shots, all of a sudden looked like they were going to get back-to-back ones. Instead, it's a nice transition offense, which ends in a foul drawn by Isaiah Fillmore. Cooper. Taking it all the way round. No finish there. And Lacombe takes the ball under the basket and makes sure Monaco have the possession. Now these next 2 minutes could be very important in terms of who's going to have momentum going into half-time. Oldenburg would love to keep the score in check, certainly. Less than double-digit lead. Monaco looking to extend it back out and beyond what they had in the first quarter. Kikanovic and Cooper have it out in that wide space. Oh, well played up to Kikanovic, and when he gets in midair like that, he's hard to stop. And Fillmore brings it down and fouls him. Second personal foul called on Isaiah Fillmore. No one in real foul trouble. Luke Lebaki on 2 for Monaco and 3 for Bade Ali Traore, who we knew about early on in the game. He mustered up a few. He's been rooted to the bench ever since. Now Medin Kikanovic at the line. Misses with the first free throw. So Monaco's lead isn't going back up to double digit just yet. There is still 1 minute 50 left in the first half. Second shot made. Surging forward. Out now to Fillmore. In fact, it was Paulding, I beg your pardon. Now in transition, Evans, lovely pass, and finished off by Paul Lacombe again. 15 points now for Lacombe, who cannot stop scoring. He's the high scorer in the game. McConnell, another assist for him, I reckon. Oh, what about that? Flying on the runway from Isaiah Fillmore. And constantly keeping Monaco's lead in check here. Back down to 9. Got to find ways to stop Monaco getting easy baskets, though. It's another high-scoring first 2 quarters for La Boca team. The Rocket team, I beg your pardon. Anyway, here's Kikanovic and Cooper once again combining in the lane. He's got to get the shot off. He does, but he misses. Fillmore. That's more like it. Much better defense from Oldenburg. This is for 3. Puts up a high one, does Huic. But no good on this occasion. Kikanovic on the elbow. Cooper. Oh, lovely pass. Beaten away. Brilliant block by Paulding. And they gather it. And there's only going to be time for this one last play by the looks of things. McConnell. Taking his time, using the screen from Mahal Basic. McConnell puts up a floater. It's no good, and there's not much time, but there might still be time for a shot. And it's been ruled out. Robinson didn't quite release it in time, and the lead stays at 9 points. It is FAA Baskets Oldenburg 35, AS Monaco 44. But as was the case when these two met in the Principality a couple of months ago, it's Monaco have won the first 2 quarters. Yeah, there's the confirmation. The ball did not come out of his hands in time. It should be confirmed pretty quickly, I should think. Don't need too many replays there. You can see the buzzer going clearly there. And there you go. Absolutely confirmed by the official. But still, a half to be proud of for Monaco. Their unbeaten run. Is it going to carry on? They're in good shape heading into halftime here in Lower Saxony in Germany. Oldenburg 35, Monaco 44, the halftime score. Already guaranteed a place in the last 16. Already guaranteed top spot in Group A as well. They are Well, they have been outstanding so far. And again, they put up some impressive scores there. Pretty good from two-point range, 30 attempts compared to Oldenburg's 22, 17 successes. Both teams struggled a little bit from the free throw line. Similar on rebounds there. But Monaco dominant on assists, and they have DJ Kuba to thank for that, who has 6 to his personal tally. And counting. I'm sure there'll be more of them in the second half. Turnovers 7 for Oldenburg, quite high. Monaco only 3 is impressive. Prisoner Evans with a couple of steals in there, and Evans in some respects has been the talking point, but as has Paul Lecomte with 15 points for Monaco in total. He has not made a mistake from beyond the arc, 2 from 2 from three-point range, and a heck of a lot of other scores as well, and 3 offensive rebounds in there as well. Evans with a couple of steals, 10 points, he's a talking point. 6 assists for Cooper, just the 1 turnover for him. Gerald Robinson, 5 rebounds and 4 points. Ricky Paulding leading the scoring for Oldenburg. They're going to need another big push from him, as well as Mickey McConnell, who's been influential, 6 points and a handful of rebounds. Sorry, a handful of assists to go with him as well. Monaco shading things here in northern Germany. They lead by 9 heading into half-time. I'll leave you with highlights of the action from the first 2 quarters, and we'll be back very shortly to bring you quarters 3 and 4 and see whether Monaco can extend their unbeaten run to 12. Well, welcome back, everybody, to northern Germany and to Lower Saxony, where we've got another cracker on the 12th game day of the Basketball Champions League. But there's a lot of work to do here for the hosts, EWE Baskets Oldenburg. That's not a huge surprise, I suppose. They're facing a Monaco team bang in form. 14 wins in a row in all competitions it was before Saturday's defeat to Nanterre in the French League. And in the Basketball Champions League this season, 11 wins out of 11. They're looking to surpass last season's tally, 12 wins in the group phase and 2 defeats. But they could go all the way unbeaten here this time around. And this was one of their major hurdles, really. Their last 2 games see them play host to UCAM Murcia. That'll be tough, as will the away day on game day 14 at Pinar Karşıyaka in Turkey. But so far so good tonight in Oldenburg, where they are up by 9 points at the halfway stage. And once again, there's been a lot of influence from the front court. Elmedin Kekanovic with 5 points, Christopher Evans with 10. But the talent of Frenchman Paul Lecomte has been pretty special. 15 points for him so far. Dominated with 11.6 rebounds against Oldenburg when they met in Monaco 2.5 months ago. Lecomte stepped it up even more tonight so far, and the visitors have been slightly ahead on rebounds, but where they've been particularly dominant on assists. And you have to look no further than DJ Cooper tonight to see why that's the case. He's been averaging 7 assists per game, but he looks like he's going to surpass that tonight in that first half. 6 assists. He's played 17 minutes and 24 seconds. The main reason for that is the absence of Aaron Kraft this evening, and so a lot of pressure on Cooper to perform, and my goodness, he has turned out. Hasn't scored a point yet. He's barely taken a shot though, and well, he's been influential, and it'll be difficult for Oldenburg to keep him quiet, but you feel they need to if they're going to win this game. For the home side, Ricky Paulding, the captain's led by example, the high scorer with 11 points and 3 rebounds. Mahal Basic has got 8 boards, just the 3 points for him so far, and they want to give him a few more easy baskets under the rack where possible. 20 seconds to go, and the second half will be underway here at the EWE Arena. Monaco have won every game this season. Oldenburg have not lost at home since game day 1, when they were surprisingly beaten by the Russians, NSA Krasnoyarsk. You already know that they are through, Oldenburg. But they don't want to settle for 4th place. They've got a chance with victory tonight to move back up to 2nd ahead of Pinar Karşıyaka and UCAM Murcia. And we are back underway then in quarter number 3. And Spyro reminder, Oldenburg in the yellow, Monaco in the red. Here's Mahal Basic, and he's just stepped out there beyond the baseline. So in terms of groups, well, in some respects this isn't as exciting because you already know who's going to finish top 4 and bottom 4, but you don't know the order of things. Who's going to make the FIBA Cup? Who's going to finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th in the group? Monaco already know that they are going to finish in top spot. And we're looking for that 12th win in a row. Cooper to Gladier for 3, in and out. Monaco had a lot of high-scoring performances so far this season. But 87 past Dinamo Sassari last time out. Before that, 3 90s in a row away in NSA and Juventus, and home to Unet Holland. They also put 88 past Oldenburg when they met in the Principality in November. 81 against Dinamo Sassari away. 89 at home to NSA Krasnoyarsk. 85 away at Unet Holland. 90 at home to Juventus. It's only on 2 occasions, I think, that they have not scored 80 points or more. 79 against Pinar Karşıyaka and 68 in a win, of course, away at UCAM Murcia. Tonight they have not looked like disappointing in the front court. Here come the hosts through McConnell, who looks and finds Schvethelm. Now Paulding He's the main man for them in the first half. Behind the back pass from Tada to find Mahal Basic. Back with Tada, shot clock up to 3. Has to put up the floated shot and makes it. First score of the second half is Oldenburg's. Gladier. Monaco looking for an immediate response through Kikanovic, who just places it into the hands of the point guard Cooper. Takes it early. Shot missed though by Gerald Robinson. Now here goes Paulding. Mahal Basic shooting over 60% from inside tonight, but poor from three-point range have been Oldenburg. They don't not need it here. Paulding puts it up, and then it's a simple finish for Mahal Basic over the other side of the rim. 9 rebounds now for Mahal Basic. Not being watched carefully enough at all there. Georgie Joseph, I think, should have been tighter on it. Anyway, here go Monaco. Looking to stretch that lead back out. It's not been the best start to the second half for them, and what a tremendous block that was from Karsten Tada. And another 2 here, and suddenly the scores are extremely tight. From a 9-point game to a 3-point game in the blink of an eye, and Monaco have called an early timeout here in the third quarter. What a pass. No-look pass from McConnell to Paulding. And we said McConnell was going to need to challenge Cooper on the assists. And, well, that's more like it. And he's up to 5 assists. And there you go. It's a 3-point game. Mitrovic looking a little bit more animated now than he was in the first half. Just going through tactical instructions again, but whatever they talked about during the half-time break hasn't quite materialised out on the court so far. By contrast, Arden Drijancic's team are executing brilliantly out there. Check this out from Tada. What a finish that was. Throwing up a little teardrop. And excellent work on the boards as well. Paulding, well, his shot turned out to be a great pass for Mahal Basic, who could be eyeing up a double-double if he boosts his scoring tally a little. 5 points, but 10 boards for the big man. And everybody feeling a little bit happier in yellow. Cooper. That was Joseph. This is Robinson. Cooper. So influential tonight. Where's his options? Might have to go it alone. No, he does find Kikanovic now. He goes toe-to-toe with Mahal Basic, throws up the right-hand baby hurt, misses. But it comes back off the rim, straight to the Bosnian, who draws the foul from Mahal Basic this time. Kikanovic averaging almost 16 points per game this season, but up to just 6 with that free throw. Monaco have their first score at last in the third quarter. It's taken 2.5 minutes to come. They stop the 6-0 run, getting out of hand for Oldenburg. Here's Paulding. 35, but looking very youthful indeed. McConnell showing a couple of passes there. Mahal Basic pick and roll. This is for 3, and it's all net from Mickey McConnell. Very influential start to the second half from him. He's up to 5 assists and 9 points now. Dropped by Gladier. Taken over. What a pass from Paulding. Well, they just slowed it up, but they might still get something out of it. It's put out by Joseph, and it'll be an Oldenburg side ball. Lovely vision here from Ricky Paulding with the pass. After Kekanovic dropped it, he lost it very quickly. Look at this for a bit of opportunism in a moment. Paulding calling for it early. This is the 3 from McConnell a moment ago. Perfect form and finish. Swish. Mahal Basic. Wanting it at the low post. Oh, that's a little bit loose from Tadat. Look at this from Oldenburg. What a comeback in the third quarter to within 2, but just when they thought they might be able to take the lead, and they've been turned over here. Cooper. Sweet finish. Ten from McConnell's a good one. This for 3 from the top of the mountain. Knocks it down. And Oldenburg, for the first time in what feels like an age, they have the lead. What a turnaround at the start of the third quarter here. Down by 9, now up by 1. In a matter of 3 or 4 minutes. Here's Kekanovic looking for an immediate response here for Monaco. Going to work on Mahal Basic. But he's been fouled there, to the bemusement of the home supporters and the coach Mladen Trojencic. They don't like that in the crowd. Sensing the momentum is with them. Now Kekanovic looking to extend his scoring form in this competition. And it's 50 up for Monaco. Tada. Schvatel now out to the corner for 3. The time running out. They managed to recycle it well. They've clawed up a few offensive boards in the second half so far. Shot clock back down to 4.5 seconds. The finish was good, but it's not going to count. The whistle already gone. Oldenburg in possession. Nicely finished off by Ricky Paulding, and he makes it a 1-point game again. Almost midway through the third quarter now. This is where the rubber starts to hit the road as we head towards the business end of the contest. Monaco's comfortable lead is no longer. Cooper. Kekanovic been covered very well now, and Cooper throws up a prayer of a shot and misses. McConnell, they just look a little bit rattled in Monaco. It's rare to see them like this. But for how long can it last? Oldenburg need to keep it going. This for 3 from Paulding, in and out. And Cooper there for the rebound. And now quickly into the front court for Monaco. Will they take an early shot? No, they look for Lecomte, who's so far not been able to have the influence he had in the first half. And Monaco have been turned over again. There was just 3 turnovers in the first half for the Boca team. But how that's changed. McConnell, long 2, good. Back into the lead again. Well, he's suddenly racking up the points. He can't miss right now. Now into single digits in terms of time left on the shot clock here. And that's good from Lecomte, just coasts up to the rack and finishes. With the help of the glass, McConnell. Mr. Influential so far tonight. Just making a few corrections to our scoreboard. In the meantime, here's Schwethelm. Watched closely by Evans. Schwethelm puts it into the hands of a teammate. Pachak, this is turning, and the left hand hook's good. Nice from Marco Pachak, the youngster. Tallest man in their roster at 210 centimetres. And he hasn't played a lot so far tonight or in the Basketball Champions League, but that was almost some veteran play from a young man. Gloriously composed anyway. Monaco top of the French league, they're used to winning. Tasted defeat at the weekend. But there is a possibility this could be a second successive loss for them. Lecomte at the foul line. And the scores level, 53 points apiece. But in this third quarter, Oldenburg up by 9. And still, free throw shooting's not been fantastic tonight from either team, really. Here they go, McConnell, Pachak, up off the glass and in. Marco Pachak's come to the party here. Looking a real threat now at the low post. Wondered how they might cope with Fillmore struggling. But he's answered that pretty clearly. 55 plays 55. Schwethelm for the lead. Drains the three. And Oldenburg are having a third quarter to remember here. Meets a response from Evans. No, he misses with a three. And the rebound swept up by Armani Moore, who's a massive athlete. Schwethelm waits in the corner. Oh, it's lost by Moore here, and they've been turned over, and now it's 3-on-1 in transition. And Monaco, at the moment, just cannot do what they usually do. They're usually brilliant on the break. It dropped out of his hands at the last moment there, Christopher Evans, on his trip up to the basket. That was very surprising. McConnell. Some sweet passing. That was lovely from Pachak to Schwethelm, who made no mistake from the perimeter. Right now, Oldenburg lead by 3 points, 58-55. And they're up by 12 in this third quarter after first half in which they struggled to compete with the runaway leaders in Group A. Thinking about things rather seriously on the bench. John Robb and DJ Cooper, I beg your pardon. Ali Traore back on now with a little bit of foul trouble. Those 3 fouls he's been carrying since early in the game. No mistake from the free throw line. Glad here to Lecomte. Traore's down the centre. This is Lubaki. Evans. Lecomte. Look like they've struggled a little bit for creativity with Kuperov. Step back two, go from Lecomte, who tonight is up to 20 points now. Oh, almost lost. McConnell had to be careful. Resets the offense. 5 left on the clock here, they've got to use it, and they've thrown it straight to Lecomte. Chance for a transition basket here. Lecomte misses. Gladier can't get it to go, but Lecomte has got it back. Possession recovered. Just over a minute left of the third quarter. Could be an exciting finish here. Lecomte throws it out to the edge. Evans misses. Oh, what a good bit of hustling that is from Sergi Gladier. But it doesn't result in points. Traore with a missed shot. And the lead stays at just 2 points. Well, Monaco, I remind you, week in, week out, have been winning games and winning them comfortably. An average of more than 20 points they've been winning by. Right now they trail. They've not had too many dangerous days like this. The closest they come to being beaten was on the road in Spain at Camp Murcia. They lost. So they won by 5 that day. That was game day 6. Since then, they haven't really had a tight game. Only a 7-point win in Lithuania to Juventus Tenia. There's Dan Mitrovic, the mastermind of this Monaco team. And they need to make the simple things go to plan. That's more like it. Both free throws made. And they are level on the scores. Into the last minute of the quarter. Changes keep coming. Bradlosi is back in play. McConnell takes a seat. So a change in the point guard position for Oldenburg. And immediately they are back in front through Franz Massenat. The lead is a fragile one. Just 1 point now. Gladier. Evans out to Robinson. Traore. Where's he going to go? It's always electric when he's on the court. Traore throws it up left-handed. Comes back off the iron. Lubaki trying to get the steal. Doesn't manage to do so. They're in no hurry here. Schvettel, it might have to be in a hurry now. There's only 5 seconds left on the clock. Lubaki trying to find it. Sorry, Massenat trying to find a shooting position. It's thrown up by Moore, and he misses. So a shot clock violation, and there's 4.9 seconds left to play. Everyone retreating. Here they go. Gladier all the way. Oh, brilliant from Sergi Gladier. That's outstanding. And there's no further time. And so what a tremendous third quarter that was for Oldenburg. They've put themselves right back in it. They don't have the lead going into the fourth quarter. They trail by 1 point, but that's it. A really good quarter for them. And it sets it up perfectly for the finale as Monaco look to muster up a 12th successive win in the Basketball Champions League. They've certainly still got a strong chance to, but that wasn't their best third quarter, but it had a good finish to it. Sergi Gladier here playing some really clever stuff. I'll take a look at some of the highlights from that quarter, and it was action-packed, wasn't it? Ricky Paulding has been starring tonight. 15 points for him. Mickey McConnell also has played a big role with 14 points and 6 assists. Monaco just ran out a bit of steam in that third quarter. Paul Combs had another influential night, 20 points and counting. Christopher Evans, 10 points. DJ Cooper, though, didn't have the same impact on that quarter as he had in the first two. It just, well, the 6 assists in the first 2 quarters, but none at all in that third one. And without Aaron Croft, they just don't have a backup option, really. Lecomte and Gladier is who they look to from the guard positions, but they don't have the passing range, certainly, of Cooper or Croft. And suddenly, on the assist stakes, it's a lot tighter. Mickey McConnell's 6 assists out of 11 for his team tonight. And the chat was excellent in that third quarter. We didn't see much of him in the first 2. But he hasn't missed a shot so far. 3 from 3 from the field. And one nice pass as well to set up a three-pointer. So, 10 minutes left to define this game. Monaco looking for a 12th win in a row. Traoré in the lane. Puts it up and in off the glass. Nice. Ali Traoré, the massive unit, and he's having a massive impact now, late in the game. Bachak with the pick and roll play, and no finish, but the foul by Evans. In these disciplines of free throw shooting that this game could turn. And it's 2 from 2 for Marco Bachak. 8 points now for Bachak. A fruitful night in the Basketball Champions League. Evans to Robinson. Gladier. Traoré wants it, gets it. Can he work his way in at the low post up against Bachak? Throws it back out. This is a chance for 3, and the bank is open for Christopher Evans. Knocks down the 3. Bursing, long 2, good. Game on again. A thrilling contest here in the offing. Traoré, Lubaki for 3. No, just long this time, and Paulding's there for the rebound. All the way. Yeah, he's got the finish, Bursing. Brad Lursing. And the game squared up again, 66 points apiece. Traoré finishes up off the glass. Lursing. Paulding trying to escape the attentions of Lubaki, but he can't, and he can't finish either. Traoré into the hands of Evans. Robinson slowly out of the backcourt for Monaco. No hurry. But you know what? It's an 8-second violation from Robinson. He was a little bit too slow out of the backcourt. And Monaco with a completely unnecessary turnover there. It was just a little bit lackadaisical. Isaiah Fillmore, we've not seen him for much of the game, but he's on at a crucial phase here. The reason he's on, by the way, and they've been recycling the big man role, is because of the 4 fouls accrued by Mahal Basic. Georgie Joseph has to be careful on fouls. Well, he's on 4. He's off the court at the moment for Monaco. Gerald Robinson on 3. Ali Traoré still on 3. second free throw. But no second free throw, beg your pardon. Possession. Fillmore for three. Would have propelled them back into the lead. The score is now correct at the bottom of your screens. It is a one-point game here. Fillmore. Gladier was careful there not to leave his post, and he did very well on defense there. More like it from Monaco. And there's the first foul of the fourth quarter from EWE Baskets, and it's Brad Lursing who's the guilty party. His second personal against him. Questionable moustache being sported by Lursing, by the way. Here's Robinson to Evans, into the hands of the Ukrainian Gladier, who fires from the top of the mountain and misses. Moore. What a tight game it's been throughout, really. Monaco accrued a 14-point lead at one stage in the second quarter, but then lost it. Moore on a mission, fouled by Robinson. Fillmore setting the screen. Lursing hanging around the edge, fires the shot off, and he's left it miles short there. And disappointing end to a promising move for EWE Baskets. This time wasting no time getting out of the backcourt. It's DJ Cooper in for a big finish here. Gladier. Lubaki returns it with interest. Gladier for three. Off to the right. And, no scores at the moment in the last few moments. Fillmore. Lubaki trudges off. He's going to be replaced here by Lacan. Kikanovic might be on the bench, but this could be the strongest possible five on the court at the moment for Monaco. Trusting Traore, the key moments in that right now. What a block that was by Traore, by the way. Gladier finds the pass into the front court. Monaco slow it down, though. Lacan calling the play. Uses the screen from Traore. Lacan back out. Thrown up by Evans. Oh, it's all net from Christopher Evans. And Monaco have a 4-point advantage. Crunch play. We're going to mix it up here. Kikanovic is coming back in. And so is Georgie Joseph, who's one foul away from being out of the game. Clutch basketball from Christopher Evans. Fillmore. Lursing, oh dear. Well, bundled into Gladier and threw the pass out, but way, way over the top. I wonder if he might hook Lursing now and think about bringing back Mickey McConnell. He's wanted a rest. Understandably, McConnell's played an awful lot of the game. And I think we'll see him back very shortly. In fact, he's back on now. Kikanovic, sandwiched between two. Somehow he finishes, and the foul. Outstanding from the Bosnian. Monaco boosting their lead again after a disappointing third quarter. They are darting back out in front now. Kikanovic adds the extra, so the lead is back up to 7 points now, and that'll be of serious concern now for Oldenburg. Fillmore is left open for three from the corner, but he misses, and now Monaco might have a chance if they make a three here to go into a double-digit advantage. Traore looking for Kikanovic, has missed it, and it's turned over here. McConnell, they need something good from this, and again they've lost it. Steal from Kikanovic this time, and now Lecomte with Glad here coming out of the backcourt. Also tries a little bit slow coming out of their own backcourt. They had the violation a few moments ago. Wasn't that far away from another one. Cooper. Where is he looking? He's going to look and find Georgie Joseph, but Joseph won't find the net. Only 7 points scored so far in this quarter for Oldenburg. They need a big finish here with just over 4 minutes left to play. Karsten Tada. Now Mahal Basic has come back in. He only has one foul to play with, and then he'll be out of the game. Oh, it's just not happening at the moment for them. The pass attempted for Fillmore. Escapes. Cooper. Lecomte, shot clock to single digits. Cooper from the desert. Oh! Drains it. Dagger three. Monaco's lead is double digits, and that's forced the hand of the Oldenburg coach to call timeout. What a hit this was from Cooper. A real heartbreaker for the German team, who've got it all to do now.
Go guys, again, hey. We need execute, okay? Let's go. Next offense, we go. Head forward, set good screen, okay? We must be fast, guys, but we have a finish. We can roll with Rashid and then Foreman, okay? After this, come out, force the horse, three up, we can roll, or fuck down, you know? And that's the guy. Simon, hey, don't stop to fight, don't stop to believe, okay? Let's go. Don't stop to believe. Let's go.
Don't stop believing, and we need to execute. Seems to be the gist of the team talk from Mladen Drijancic. Krsto Mitrovic calling for composure, I reckon. And he's got a bit of composure in the last few minutes. Look at this from DJ Cooper from way downtown. Knocking it down. As earlier, Evans with an all-net three. Extended that lead out at an important time to a much more comfortable 10 points. It's getting out of hand for EWE Baskets. They need a big minute here. Mahal Basic just brought back their big guns. Tada. It will be Tada to inbound here. McConnell driving in, fouled by Elmedin Kikanovic. Takes Monaco up to their foul limit, so an opportunity from the free throw line coming to reduce the arrears. Mickey McConnell so far 3 from 4 from the charity stripe, but this team are averaging only just over 50%. Lacombe racing out of the backcourt. A man on a mission. Who's he got with him? DJ Cooper in the corner. Joseph came for the greeting. Oh, nice from Lacombe. Lovely ball skills. But he was fouled there before he got the shot away. Gladier. Cooper. Gladier for three. Just shy. But it won't quite fall for Oldenburg to work a transition offense. They've given the ball straight back. And this is the kind of execution they don't need right now. Cooper out to Gladier. This for three. Dagger three. Monaco up to 80 points yet again. There's only 2 game days now out of 12. They haven't reached that landmark. But more significantly, they have an 11-point lead. Oldenburg need to trim it down as a matter of urgency. Paulding, here he comes. Left his man on the floor. The 3-point shot missed altogether. It's fallen into the hands of Mahal Basic. And then the one-handed thunder dunk from Paulding. Keeps EWE baskets alive. Well, this was a really poor 3-point attempt, has to be said. It fell straight to Mahal Basic, though, teed it up, and then all on his own. Paulding wasn't going to miss that on the runway. Up high, down hard. Cooper. Very slow, pushing the 8-second. Very close. Cooper works it into the hands of Kikanovic, the danger man, against Mahal Basic. Hasn't had too much success tonight, Elmelin Kikanovic, compared to some of the games. He's still on 12 points. From the corner for three. They needed that to go in. It went long. And the possession is going to be Monaco's. So hope just beginning to fade a little bit here for Oldenburg. They don't have time on their side. 1 minute 40 left, 9 points the difference. Robinson has thrown it away. They used up a bit of time, but they don't get another score. And that's teed up nicely, and another huge takeoff on the runway from Ricky Paulding. And hello, all of a sudden, Oldenburg looking a lot more threatening again. Yeah, nice pass there, teed it up perfectly. And then Philip Schvettel. Both teams have really struggled from 3-point range today, but they're taking it close to the rim now. Fouls problematic, though, for Oldenburg. As Gladier goes to the line, makes the first. And now looking for the second. He's calling timeout here. Marlon Triancic wants to have a chat. His team still have belief, they have hope, but it is running a little bit low in supply. Let's have a little listen to what he has to say.
I'm a show, hey. I'm a show. We have Ricky and the Nemo. Yeah? This time. Let's go. We use guys. D-liner, okay? D-liner. Philip this, okay? Mickey is here. Carsten this, okay? After this, Rashid. Stay the steam for Mickey. Okay? Let's go, please. Brush clean for them. Brush clean for the Ricky. But no, what is important? The shoot, everybody looks out, take the ball.
Now then, behind the back pass is a good one, and the finish is there for Karsten Tadder, and Monaco immediately call time-out. It will advance the ball, I think. Certainly, it's keeping things interesting out there. 7 points the difference again. And now Svetsan Mitrovic will have his say. Well, this is a time for cool heads and leaders. There's no lack of belief from Oldenburg. They've got to execute perfectly from here on in, though. They're going to turn this around with such little time left on the clock. He has advanced the ball. There you go. And Gladier finds Robinson. And immediately the foul option taken up by Oldenburg. They have fouled. And they will go to the line here in Monaco. We've got to hope for some misses. Money Moore comes out of the game. Mahal Basic comes in. Need to rotate players. Very carefully indeed here. I think they've just signalled another timeout here, Mladen Trijencic. Missed. Mahal Basic gets it to the front court quickly. Back to an 8-point lead. This for three. It's put up and it's missed. And Evans manages to capture the rebound. And now's the time for a chance to regroup again. Oldenburg calling their final timeout with 52 seconds to play. High fives all round for Mahal Basic. He's out of the game. His fifth foul. That's what happened. Yeah. Sticks his left arm across Evans. Oh, in fact, no timeout. Beg your pardon. Okay. But the confirmation is Mahal Basic is out of the game. I really thought they were going to call timeout. They didn't. Evans misses another free throw. But he makes no mistake with a second. And now comes the timeout. We just need to have a little eavesdrop here into what Mladen Trijencic is saying.
Ricky have involved. We have here Marco, screen for them, Karsten, Flair, Philip, you fake here the screen for the Mickey, okay? Marco, put his name on all the screen in the corner, okay? Nothing, I'm a Mickey, pass. No pass here, you prepare, full speed here. Here is, hey, fake the screen, no, go here. Coach inside, nothing, Mickey go on the top, okay? Go.
So they've got to get in a hurry here. They get the shot off. Paulding for three. He's missed it. And it's turned over. Thumbs up from Monaco. That could prove very significant indeed. 9 points in just 47 seconds here. Something over the front court. Gladia calling the play. No great hurry as the shot clock goes down to just 5 seconds. Gladia out to the perimeter. They get the shot off, but they miss, and it's taken out of play. Completely off balance there as he accepted the catch. Clearly feels it should have been a foul. But just 25 seconds left, and chances of an Oldenburg comeback are out of the question. But maybe they can finish on a high. McConnell. Yeah, get the score. Nicely finished off by Paulding, who personally has certainly had a night to remember. 20 points now for the captain, and he'll go to the foul line for the extra. Has to reduce the lead to just 6 points. Robinson throws up a high pass. It's beautifully taken. And just 4 seconds. And Monaco have picked up their 12th win in a row in this competition. They might have tasted defeat at the weekend in the French League, but they're back to winning ways tonight with a very hard-fought victory at the hands of Oldenburg here in Lower Saxony. A tremendous win for Monaco. Zvezdan Mitrovic's men march on as the only unbeaten team in the Basketball Champions League. That was a tight one right to the end, but in the end, Monaco once again the winners. Well, credit to Oldenburg. Not many teams have pushed Monaco that close this season. They gave it their all. It ultimately wasn't good enough to get the win, but it was good enough to push them all the way. Cracking game of basketball, that one. Monaco march on top of the pile, and Oldenburg will stay in 4th place. It's finished. EWE Baskets Oldenburg 78, AS Monaco 84. Well, I think the crowd appreciated the efforts there of their team. They gave it everything. They played some nice stuff, particularly in that second half, which they won overall in the end, didn't they? Yes, I believe so. They won it by 3 points in the end. The third quarter made things really interesting. You have to give credit to Mladen Drejecic and his men. They gave it their all. High fives all around, but it's not a victory that they were hoping for. Not quite. Well, Kikanovic stopping for photographs with the Oldenburg staff. He used to play in Germany with Alba Berlin. Well, next up for Oldenburg, it is a visit to Lithuania. They go to Juventus Utenia next before hosting Unet Holon. Here's the standings after game day 12 in Group A. Monaco sitting pretty. 24 points from 12 games maximum. Oldenburg, they already qualified, they know that, with 7 wins. And they will be hoping to work their way back up to 2nd place at some point. Disappointing game week for them, but all is not lost yet if they win away at Juventus and home to Unet Holon. Monaco, meanwhile, they've got 2 tough games to finish. Home to UCAM Murcia and away to Pinar Karšiaка on the final game day. Well, I very much hope you've enjoyed our coverage tonight. It's been another thrilling game, that's for sure. I'll leave you with highlights of the action, but it's finished here in Lower Saxony. Oldenburg 78, Monaco 84.